Hi, I'm Gerry Chidiac. I'm a high school teacher, and this is Lessons in Learning. Today we're going to talk about success. Albert E.N. Gray said, "Successful people have the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. They don't like doing them either necessarily, but their disliking is subordinate to the strength of their purpose." While Gray's small book, The Common Denominator of Success, is considered a classic in motivational literature, it is more anecdotal than scientific. University of Pennsylvania professor Angela Lee Duckworth recently presented research on what she refers to as grit, the passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Grit seems to be related to what psychologist Carol Dweck refers to as a growth mindset. That is to say that our success is not determined necessarily by the gifts we are born with, but by our desire and our efforts for constant amelioration. There are indeed known ingredients for success. For example, we know that by writing things down, it greatly helps us to achieve our goals. We also know that if we are going to achieve anything worthwhile, it is going to take constant effort, and we are going to face seemingly insurmountable challenges in getting where we want to go. It is very exciting to see the direction that educational and psychological research is moving when it comes to the concept of success. Whether we call it having grit, a growth mindset, or simply being willing to do the things we don't like to do. As science affirms our innate wisdom, the path to becoming our greatest selves becomes that much clearer, and the whole world benefits from our individual giftedness. And now we're going to shift gears and talk about love. Life is filled with challenges, and we're always looking for answers, and often we turn to pop culture for simple solutions. The Beatles, for example, told us, "All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need." The difficulty with this credo is that love has many different meanings and interpretations. It is nonetheless very clear that many great leaders, people like Gandhi, King, and Mother Teresa, possessed a very deep love for all of humanity. This was an enduring love, one that lasted through frustration and hardship and even oppression. It is very interesting to note that these were also deeply spiritual people, people who felt loved by a higher power. When one feels loved so deeply, one cannot help but to love and forgive others. It is important to note, however, that forgiving is not forgetting. These people also had a very deep sense of moral justice. One will also notice that they all spent a period of time every day in some form of contemplation. This is what author Stephen Covey refers to as sharpening the saw. What does this mean for the rest of us? Can we really make a difference by simply loving? The answer is yes, but we need to give time to allow ourselves to be loved. This could mean practicing a religion, doing yoga, writing in a journal, going to a sweat lodge, walking in nature, or hundreds of other meaningful activities. The media tells us to surround ourselves with stuff and to protect our stuff. While possessions are nice, the truth is that there are three things that last: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And finally, we're going to talk about one of the ways that we can sharpen the saw. The Dalai Lama said, "If every 8-year-old child is taught meditation, we will eliminate violence from the world within 1 generation." Numerous studies have shown that meditation and mindfulness practice create better health in body, mind, and spirit. The question is, would that be enough to create a more peaceful world? If our goal is to eliminate unnecessary violence, perhaps we need to look at the people who have done the most to promote a more peaceful and just world. Among the greatest heroes in human history are Holocaust rescuers. A recent study by Columbia University demonstrated that these people did possess certain qualities. They had a greater sense of empathy, they were risk takers, and they had a care and compassion for people in the face of human suffering. How do we create educational programs that emphasize the qualities of a rescuer? First of all, we need to make them a priority. As a teacher, I need to keep this in mind as I develop my curriculum, regardless of the subject area I am teaching. More importantly, however, it is vital that I not only talk about the qualities of a person who is going to make the world a more compassionate and just place. I need to model these characteristics. If I'm going to maintain legitimacy in front of a room of young people, I need to live with integrity. Is meditation actually a part of my life as I try to develop as a caring, compassionate, and courageous person? As a matter of fact, it is. So perhaps the Dalai Lama really is on to something.